Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your manifestation coach. All the information for me is below. I coach with emails and audios just like this one, except it's going to be specifically tailored to your manifestational game and what you want to accomplish. With my clients, we accomplish a whole lot in 1 month, which is the time frame I recommend to spend with me. Simply because a month is the time frame which really takes for your brain to recalibrate itself, to teach itself a new habit of thinking. And as we know, the way you think, that's how you create. And so the best way, which is why I started this channel in the first place and my coaching work, the best way to create any change is to spend one-on-one coaching with somebody who's going to go through everything with you, starting from your background, how to script affirmations correctly for you with your belief system, how to go through your belief system, just absolutely everything that you need to set you up for the most successful change in your consciousness. And that's how you're going to completely transform your life. So again, all of that info is below. And if you need to ask me anything beforehand, please email me and please use Cash App. Thank you. Also, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so that you receive the notification when I go live. You get to ask me any questions. I plan to do this every Friday around 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so today we're going to talk about one of the success stories of my clients who basically manifested her SP back and after being ghosted. Okay, so this person went from being ghosted, being in the complete separation with her SP, to being proposed to. And you hear about these cases on the internet, and sometimes I get these emails from people and they say, oh, but is it really true that you can do this? Yes, it's true. I'm not just here, talking out of my behind, guys. Really, this is completely in your power, 100%. A lot of the times people don't share these experiences because they're too personal. And what I'm going to share with you is what I can share, because I'm not the one, revealing everything about my clients or my personal stuff on the internet. Sometimes I do in private coaching, one-on-one, when it has to do with inspiring my clients. But, I feel like most people would rather not talk about it. They're just happy they achieved their result. And they don't really feel like putting their life story on the internet. And that's why you don't really hear a lot of these stories. But trust me, they happen much more often than not. So without giving away too much of her personal stuff, there was some drama that happened with her SP, and they started fighting a lot and basically ended up parting ways. And she was really angry. She was very sad about it, really sad. And she couldn't get past feeling this way, because she really didn't understand why it didn't work. And anytime she would try to reach out to him, he would not reply. She was really trying hard to make sense of it all, but unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I should say now, he would just not talk to her. Okay, he would just he stopped all communication with her, and she just grew sadder and sadder and sadder. And, she spent a lot of time being this way, until she found me, and we discussed what we were going to do. And I told her, look, here's what you need to do right now is to completely relax and to completely abandon the idea that something bad happened. Nothing has gone wrong. Everything is fine. And she agreed. It was difficult for her, and she did it in stages, but she was really kind of like committed to making a difference in her life. And she really loved this guy, and it seemed like he really loved her too. But for whatever reason, there was just this drama going on. And so she still kind of reached out to him a few more times, and to no avail. And I told her, look, like, you gotta stop this. You can't do this anymore. There's nothing going to be that is bad that you're reaching out, but we gotta like create something different here, some kind of a different story. And I asked her, what is it that you want? Like, what is it that you really want to achieve out of this situation? And she said, well, I really wanted to get married. Like, it seemed like we were going to get married, and he was everything I wanted, and I seemed to have been everything he wanted. They even talked about children at some point, and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, what you're going to do when you hang up with me, because I was on the phone with her, you're going to completely tell a different story. You're going to forget the drama. You're going to erase those bad memories and replace them with something else. However you have to do this. This is your personal life. So naturally, she didn't tell me the entirety of it, but she told me the gist of it. You need to create a different story around those facts. Yes, you are in a separation, but you need to create a different reason why you're in a separation. You need to create a new story. And to the best of your ability, I told her, you need to understand that this is also going to help you. This separation and this drama, whatever happened, is going to make you stronger. That nothing went wrong, that this too will help you in some way, and because of this, you will achieve an even better result. So she got fired up, and I hung up the phone with her, and the next day, she tells me, okay, I think I know what kind of story I'm going to tell. I said, okay. And she told me the story. She said, well, I think he's so in love with me that, he was overwhelmed with his love for me. And that, we had to had this fight, or many fights, so that we could get to know each other better. And she told me many different other things. And I said, good, all right. Keep going and keep the story evolving, basically. And I did ask her, I was like, do you really believe what you're telling me? And she's like, no, but you told me to write a story. I'm like, okay, what you need to do now is you need to like make yourself believe that this is actually happening, because if you believe it, that's what's going to happen. Okay. And remember, this is a guy who like completely ghosted her, like did not want to talk to her, would not talk to her, would not answer anything of hers, right? On the surface, in the 3D, it seemed so like wrong and painful and bizarre, and There were other things that she shared with me which I cannot share, but it was really like, what a jerk, like, basically, right? And I told her, look, you cannot manifest a different version of him if you're still like hung up on like blaming him. So you need to release that completely in order to create the new version. And I said, wow, that's going to be difficult because sometimes I really feel angry. Okay, I said, you got to do this. You just somehow, some way, you have to bring yourself to a point where you release that entirely. And that took her some time. But let me tell you something. So we've been working with her for some time now. I mean, over 6 months, I would say. And you know what's coming next? I would say 3 months ago, something like that. Yes, almost 3 months ago now. She reached a point where she said, one morning I just woke up and I just didn't feel the anger anymore because I really made the intention to not feel this anger. And one morning I just woke up and I didn't feel any anger. I felt understanding. I was like, well, that's good. You're going in the right direction. So once you have the understanding, then you have, compassion. And once you have compassion, then you're very close to love. And once you have love, well, you're there. And I said, well, how would you feel like if he was everything on your list now? Like if he really was the guy that you scripted, the story that you told? Oh, she said, just absolutely overwhelming love. And I said, well, good. Then feel that instead of anything else and completely forget everything, because it took her like such a long time to let it go. Well, once she completely let go of that, and we spoke after that a few times, she we didn't speak for a little bit, maybe a few days, and I got a sense from her that she was sort of doing good, and I let her ruminate in that feeling, and I was like, let's see what happens. So one day she calls me and she says, you're not going to believe what happened. I was like, yes, I am, but, tell me anyway. She said, when I really felt the forgiveness wash over me, when I finally reached that point, and when I really didn't feel the anger anymore, I didn't feel like blaming him, I just felt like my story was really alive. I never felt so at peace. So she starts with that. And then she says, well, a few days basically was that I didn't speak to her. And she said, yesterday, something miraculous happened. Because I guess in the middle of all of these days, he emailed her and he asked for her forgiveness. In a very elaborate way, and she hesitated replying, but replied anyway, and he begged for her to see him. He said, I have to see you. I really have to see you because I really have to tell you more in person. And when she saw him, I guess they met somewhere. He basically told her, look, I don't know why we went this way, but I want to try again. And this time, I really want you to be with me in my life. And if that means that, we're going to get married, then I want you to marry me. I want you to marry me. I want to have children with you. I want everything with you. I don't want to freak out on you anymore. I want the life that we discussed, like when we were talking about it and how exciting that felt. I just really didn't realize how much I really loved you. And that's why I freaked out. He basically told her everything that she wanted to hear and everything that she scripted. She got so scared, this girl, that she was talking to me and she said, I don't know what to do. I told him, like, I have to think about it because it seems surreal. And I said, well, this is manifestation. What are you talking about? Like, why are you even talking to me? Go talk to him. And basically they're engaged. She she called him back and they met over dinner again, and I guess like they're engaged now. So in other words, like, it's not that difficult to turn it around. It really isn't. It's just the mindset that you have to go in with, into rescripting and aligning with a new parallel reality, in which that reality is already there. It's already there. Anything is possible, Somebody can ghost you, but you don't know the reason why they're ghosting you. So you get to tell your story. You get to rewrite it over and over again until it really suits your, wishes. And I gotta tell you, it's still really amazing to share this. And I was hesitating to share this because not a lot of people will, first of all, believe it, and then not a lot of people, I don't know. It's really remarkable. I'm really kind of like proud of this because this is what should happen. This is what really should happen. You should live your dreams. You should accomplish what it is that you really want to live. Don't let the circumstances stop you where you are right now. It really doesn't matter. I mean, someone can go from ghosting you to proposing to you. From no money to $1 million, from no ideas of business to too many ideas that you can't even handle them. Like, it's all about a mindset. So never give up on your ideas, your wishes, your dreams. And this is just one of the many examples, right, of people who reconnect. And so my point is, it's possible. If it's possible for one person, it's possible for every person, okay? All you need to do is to decide what you want, and the parallel reality will be there for you, ready to go. All you need to do is align with it and be there and stay there. No anger, no resentment, no regurgitation of the old story. Just complete 100% alignment with your solution, with your fairy tale love affair or love marriage. The thing that you prefer versus the thing that you don't. Just align with the stuff that you really, really want. And it has no choice but to come alive. But because she spent so much time ruminating in her anger, it was delayed. And it's natural, right? So you have to own your emotions. You have to process them and all that stuff. But if you can switch on a dime, which I know is very hard, your reality can change on a dime as well. And all of your dreams are like behind the curtain of the 3D, ready to manifest, like instantaneously, It just depends on your perseverance and your frequency, the frequency that you align yourself with, and how flexible you can be in that, letting go of the past and forgiving, and just completely switching over to the new reality. And it doesn't have to make sense at all. It's just like one parallel reality to the other. It's just one has nothing to do with the other. It's like in one he ghosted her, and the other one they're going to get married now. Like, go make sense of that, please, and let me know how that works out. Anyway, that's the story. If you need coaching, all the info is below. Until next time, ciao ciao.